One of the biggest contradicting reasons or things which stopping me to being profitable in trading is you have to learn to basically do nothing. Contradicting as it sounds, that's exactly what you need. And that's what it took me the longest time to learn to do less. The less I do, the less time I spend on the charts, the more I win. It's crazy, bro. Like when I started trading in 2023 in April or May, something like that, I got used to from my traditional business that I will have to do every day, all the time, something. Like the less I will do, the worse I will feel, if you get what I mean. If you have some traditional business, any business basically, you know, the more you do, the more you earn. In trading, it's exact the opposite. Every day I will wake up, go downstairs, make myself coffee, hop on the chart, and I will look at the charts and I'll be like, come on, man, you are a trader. You should be doing something. Enter the trade. This is it. This is a good one. This is how you make money. Come on, enter the trade. You know, my mind will just keep on going on just to enter the trade. Guess what will happen after? I will just lose the trade. Literally every trade after every trade, I will be just losing. Every now and then I will have something winning, you know. But in total, I was just unprofitable. I was just keep on losing. And it wasn't until it actually, I didn't really have any strong realization, something like, okay, so this is what you do and you should stop now. Quick interruption, guys. If you like to follow all my trades for absolutely free, I share my losses, my wins, everything else, my mindset. Link is down below in the description. It's a free Telegram group. You can join or stay where you are. It was just like, I slowly realizing that the less I do, the less I spend on the time on a chart, the just more I win. For the last few months, what is now? It's September, end of September, almost October. By the way, where is the time goes? For the last 4 months, I am being profitable. I'm talking about I passed 100K funded challenge again. I made third withdrawal, about to make fourth withdrawal in 2 weeks or 1 week. And I'm seeing consistency, and I'm seeing what I was doing wrong and what I'm doing right now. And I tell you, I know how it feels when you're starting. You know, when you're starting out trading, you want to be profitable. You know, you want to make it, but it just doesn't seem to be working. You know, losing trade after trade after trade after trade after trade, and you're thinking, those people online, do they actually make money? You know, you see these Lambos and you see these people, big houses, you know, and they turn $100 into $1 million, and it seems so easy, right? It seems so simple. And you think like, well, if they can do it, I should be able to do it too. What you don't see is those people, I'm not saying they are fake. Most of them are, to be honest. There's only a few real ones, which I believe that actually what they're saying is true. But to be able to achieve that kind of level, you gotta commit for the next few years. If you see a trader and he tells you he become profitable after 3 months, get away quickly from that person, because I'm telling you right now, unless it's a superhuman, it's almost impossible. I think like 99.99% of people, you just won't make it in 3 months. Can you do it in 6 months? Possibly, but can you make it consistently to being profitable for 6 months? I don't think so. It took me 2 years, or year and a half, really, year and 8 months, to become consistently profitable. I'm talking about really seeing consistency week to week. Do I still have a losing trades, brother? Of course I do, but I manage my trades much more better than I managed them before. You know, before I will lose a trade, and I'm sure you did this too. I'll be entering a trade, I will lose the trade, right? And then you'll be like, oh, but this looks like this could be the next winning trade. because you see something on the chart because you've been staring on that screen for the whole day. Talking about, again, you're doing a lot which you're not supposed to, and you've been staring on the all day, and you see something in the charts which is not even going in a strategy, it's not even a line in your steps to take the trade, yet you take the trade and you risk more than you're supposed to, and that's how you lose. For me, bro, even I just got payout. I just got paid today actually, but I got requested last week, almost $1,000 after profit split. I entered the trade yesterday and I didn't even risk 0.5%. Why? Because it's a fresh new account. It's not a new account, it's refreshed to the 100K, right? So I only risk 0.25%. If that trade's going in my favor, and what usually happens if the trade's going in your favor, it usually comes back to retest. So if it comes back to retest, I'm just gonna enter another position so I can risk another maybe 0.5%. So altogether I'll risk 0.75% or something around that. Once I see that the market gives me direction which I want the market to go, and it gives me clear indications that it's actually going that way I want it to go, then I risk more. But I'm not gonna be risking, especially when the account is refreshed to 0 or 100K again. I'm not gonna be risking straight away 1%, 2%, because first of all, it was Monday. Second, it's a fresh account. Your psychology, your euphoria from the last week, my euphoria from the last week, that's what I realized, was so big that I was like, you know what, let me risk it 1%. Let me risk it 1%, maybe 2%. I'm really good. And this is what I will do before. I will win some trades, right? And then the last trade was good, and I was like, this trade gotta be good too. I'm a good trader. I made it, and that's how I lost. I will lose more than I'm supposed to, and that's how I blow the accounts so much faster, or I will actually blow them. Now, even I have the same feeling, because you can't really change your feeling. It's the one thing you cannot control. What you can control is you can observe that feeling and being like, okay, this is what I did before and it made me lose, so let's just not do that. So yesterday when I was into the trade, I was hyped up, right, from the last week, and I was thinking, should I risk to 0.5% or 1%? And I was thinking, you know what, it's beginning of the week, it's Monday, you have a refreshed account to 100K back to 0. Do you think it's a good idea? There's always another opportunity. It's just the beginning of the week. So I risk only 0.25%. I'm in profit right now. It's currently 1-to-1 or something like that. Here in Australia, I'm here, so it's not even London session yet. I will see how the London session turns out. So back to that story, or back to you. I know how it feels when you're losing after losing. Another thing I will really mention, my man, is if you haven't felt like quitting, I don't think you can make it yet. And I tell you why. A few months ago, I was actually about to quit, believe it or not. I was doing it, I already told you for how long I was doing it. And it got to the moment when I was like, maybe there is something better out there, maybe something easier which can make me money faster. And I really touched, I would say, the rock bottom, right? You're like, fuck this, that just doesn't working out. I've been trying so hard. I was so confident when I started trading for an entire year. Nothing really could distract me from the mission. And now I just feel like a loser, everybody making it around me and I'm still not doing anything. And I really touched the rock bottom and being like, I think I even actually contact some other person, be like, hey, what are you doing? Maybe I should do that. And as soon as I did that, after a couple of days, when my cortisol level lowered down, I looked myself in the mirror and I'm thinking to myself, well, if you quit now, you just wasted almost 2 years of your life to learn the best skill in the world you can learn. Literally the best skill in the world you can learn. For nothing. So also, when I was doing other business before on Amazon, I had the same moment. I had the same moment where I felt like quitting, like really, really quitting. And then after that, my business just exploded. Like a couple of months after that, and then I just keep on going since then. So when you really feel like quitting, when you really tried everything, when you really did what you're supposed to do, and you learn the strategy, you work on your psychology, your routine, etc., yet you're still not profitable, but you had these moments of you're almost profitable, or you figure out, but now you feel like quitting. That's the moment when you will become profitable. And it's not just like just boom and you suddenly become profitable and you never lose a trade. It's not like that. I'll still lose trades, but what I'm seeing is I'm seeing the consistency. I'm seeing what I'm supposed to entering instead of what I'm not supposed to entering. I'm seeing the strategy actually. It's not so confusing. It's not so foggy in my mind anymore. I see what I'm supposed to do. So hopefully this will in some way, shape or form help you in your trading journey. And again, if you feel like quitting, my man, don't quit.